So, Blaine, it was really important to not only meet the local Legion folks to get their input into the Veterans Memorial Crosswalk, but also the Blackfoot people to make their mark. Talk about the input you've had from so many people to create this very special crosswalk.
Well, it was really exciting. And just actually a few minutes ago, we had the poppy flag raising, and then we walked over to where the new crosswalk is and had the opportunity to walk across the new crosswalk after talking about, how it came to be and some of the different things we had to go through in order to make this happen. And so, one thing in particular, when Councillor Parker and I brought this resolution forward, it took a long time because we wanted to make sure that we engaged with the Legion to make sure there were certain things that maybe weren't right to be in a crosswalk or walking across a poppy or a flag or whatever that was. And so we had that communication. It worked great. I had the chance just to chat with them again just a few minutes ago and what they thought, and they're just over the moon. They says it's amazing. So sometimes things take time, but it looks incredible, and I couldn't be more proud as I walked across that, and also to see the flags that were flying at the different banners that are up for the different veterans that we approved a few years back. And so it's I couldn't be happier.
So, why was the decision made not to include a poppy on the crosswalk?
Well, we were told that there's many out there that have these crosswalks that walking across a poppy to some veterans that is something they don't appreciate, and that they find that that and a flag was part of the discussion that was something they didn't think was right, and so that was not included in ours. Some may find that there's less pop to ours, I guess, if you will, but we have a veteran that's standing on each side, and lest we forget on there, and it's the crosswalk, and the idea I think is very important, and it's beautiful. It's again just had that opportunity to walk across it, and I thought there's people that were pretty emotional because it's something that has been a long time coming, in my opinion, and I'm glad that we finally got it.
So, you have the English, lest we forget, you've got the French, and you have some indigenous as well, Blackfoot. Can you pronounce what it says and what it means?
I tried earlier, and I'm not even going to attempt that, but I'm going to learn it. And and the meaning behind it is oh my gosh, I'm sorry, it's stand in respect or something along that line. And the direct translation is a little different, but I'm going to learn what that word is, not just what it means, but how to say it.
Now, you mentioned some of our veterans. What's the reaction been like from those living in the city of Lethbridge who've seen the crosswalk now?
Oh, it was a huge turnout today, which is just humbling to see because there's been many that have been waiting for this to happen, and to be able to actually have everybody there. There's must have been probably 80, 90 people that were there, and just to be able to see those folks there and to be able to see this come to fruition, it was a blessing for sure.
Now, crosswalk honoring our veterans has been talked about for many years. Why did it take this long, Blaine, to have one painted?
Again, it was I saw it here, and I've talked to administration here. This has been over the past couple years, and wanted to do this, but we didn't have a crosswalk policy in place, and so it was kind of one offs before, and so we wanted to make sure that that was covered, is and also not just that, but to make sure it was done right. So the old terminology: do you want it done right or do you want it done right now? And we went with the do it right by engaging with the Legion and making sure it was something that was appropriate to put there, and where the location was, it couldn't be better, just in front of the cenotaph and just in time for Remembrance Day and for this whole month. That I think, you talk about a day of being remembrance. How I truly believe we need to have this in our hearts 365 days a year. We live in the most incredible country where people laid down their lives so that we have the freedoms and we enjoy the freedoms that we do, and it's because of them. So to have one day, I sometimes get a little emotional on that because I think it's something that we need to appreciate 365 days a year. And so I'm just so happy to see that there. I hope we upkeep it so that it stays bright and beautiful for years to come.
Now, we have this Veterans Memorial Crosswalk, we have Pride Crosswalks. Are there any others being considered? How about maybe recognizing the importance of farming and agriculture, maybe create a crosswalk like that in your community?
So that's come forward. We do have a crosswalk policy that there would not be crosswalks. There's exceptions to that, as what happened with with the one that you we're chatting about right now, the veterans crosswalk. But it's something that council has decided that it was. I was approached by many different ones that they wanted a crosswalk. A prime example on Mayor McGrath Drive North, someone wanted to paint a crosswalk, and we're going to pay for it, and it had "Jesus loves you," and I thought, well, that's brilliant. So I brought it forward. It's like, oh no, you can't have that. And some of the comments and suggestions and reasons behind it were many. However, I just thought, if someone is going to go out there and pay for it, and at that time that we thought, we've got to have a policy in place because just to have any crosswalk painted, we need to make sure that there's I guess studies done and to why we have the ones that we do. And so currently there won't be any, and I think it's one of our last resolutions, actually, the previous council. And this was in as the exception to that. So going forward, unless it is changed by council, this will be the crosswalk that will be the in front of the cenotaph here for time to come.
Lethbridge Mayor Blaine Hyggen, thanks so much for your time today.
Thank you, Hal. It's always a pleasure to chat with you.